That's what you get. You let
your heart go. Whoa. I don't know that song at all.
What?
No idea. Did I fake it good?
Well, this is the Minimum Effort Podcast. I can't even say that. I didn't even say that podcast. Yeah,
Podcast.
Let me say it.
Podcast.
This is the Minimum Effort Podcast. I am your host, Mengkin, and that
is JJ Jones, and we are putting in some effort, as you can see right down there.
Yeah, some effort. It's supposed to be moderate effort, but JJ decided it's going to be some effort. So
I think it sounds better. Also,
but see, we have minimum effort, ME.
Oh, you're right.
We have moderate effort, ME. We have maximum effort, ME.
You're right.
It's all
it is
ME, right?
Effort. You're right. You're right.
Come on, man.
I'm bad. You're not. Okay. And now speaking of that, today we have a very, very special guest. Some of you will, if you're on this podcast, if you're watching this, you definitely know who he is. Also, it's probably on the thumbnail around here. You'll see the title over here. It's Mr. Ozeki Sama-san Konishiki.
Sama-san Sir Konishiki.
Yeah, Sama-san Sir Konishiki. Yes.
Oh, sorry. Up here. Up here.
So, somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. This episode is going to be one of my favorites. This is a person that I have really respected, and for me, an athlete during their prime is always going to be awesome, but it's what they do as a retired athlete that makes the difference, right? And for me, like, a lot of athletes will go down weird rabbit holes. It was Ponzi schemes before, then it went into crypto, right? There's all these silly little ways, but I really enjoy when somebody embraces the art, right? And Konishiki Sama-san, Ozeki Sama-san, is an artist. He is a true artist. Everything from fashion, music, food. Food is art. I don't care.
Barbecue sauce is barbecue. Yeah.
He's got some. Dude, I know. And you know, I'm a Muslim man. But I see him like putting the barbecue sauce on the pork ribs, and I'm like, you know, I can't have it. But oh, do I want it? I'll never eat it.
If it was beef or something else.
If it was beef, I'd be all about it. But the barbecue sauce itself, I can definitely have. So, if he comes to America and happens to have barbecue sauce, I will take some. I will check it.
Do you want me to just buy you some on the website?
Yes, please. Yeah, because I can't get it in America.
I've been looking at his website. I've been looking at his website. So
okay. Also, I kind of want a sweater.
I know. Let's send me a link of which one you want.
Okay.
I will see what I can do. Yeah.
All right. And with that, we're putting in.
Enjoy the show.
That's not how that goes. Hold on. Let's see if we can synchronize it. Enjoy. Come, you gotta try. Enjoy. No, come on, Mengkin.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Enjoy.
That was too late. You know.
Come on. One more.
One more time.
Enjoy
the show.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. I think that was pretty good. But we're done. Let me actually stop recording so you can stop doing silly things.
No, this is Konishiki's. If you go to his website, this is a pose he's in.
Oh, for real?
He's got a double aloha.
Double chaka.
Yeah, chaka. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can do it. Wait. I can't. You know what's funny about the chakra? I so many people in jiu-jitsu do it. It makes me feel uncomfortable, and it
like,
kind of feels like cultural appropriation. They're like, yeah. I'm like, dude, we're doing jiu-jitsu.
Is it just jiu-jitsu at Honu Sumo, or is it jiu-jitsu at...
No, it's all jiu-jitsu.
Because Honu Sumo I could understand, because, you know, Honu, Hawaiian, yeah.
So that one makes more sense.
They'll come in, they're like...
I'm looking at him like, dude, this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense. All right. Shaka. Welcome. Can you hear us?
Welcome, Ozeki. Oh, here we are.
Wow.
Is this Musashigawa?
Yes.
Gold plate.
Go, Jason.
Gotta zoom with this, guys. Let me go outside, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Oh. Okay, guys. Oh, no, that's not my private studio outside.
Oh,
okay. Now we.
Good morning, Ozeki.
Yes.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
It's an honor to have you on here. Yes.
Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome,
guys. Good to see you guys.
We were worried that you might not remember us.
No shit. Like I told you guys, I'm not good with technology. You guys are young. You guys sending me all this young shit stuff
right now. Yeah.
I only know how to zoom. So people send me address to Zoom, and I zoom. That's what makes it.
You just click on the link and it comes up.
I had a Zoom meeting this morning at 6:30.
At 6:30? Wow.
Back with Hawaii, I assume, maybe?
You can hear me, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, it's people I work with from London and New York, you know.
Oh, wow. Oh, for
the
part of the sushi?
Sake and...
Yeah, that and other things. I just hosted some film directors yesterday.
Oh.
Hosting another one coming in. There's so much interest in sumo right now that I try to
and everybody reaches out to you, right? Yeah.
Well,
everybody reaches out to you because you're the guy. Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I just want to make sure they understand. You know, it's not just sumo. You know, you come and film and don't understand the depth of the culture behind it, and that's and that's one thing that I as a ex need to pursue, and that's why I've been doing all these events, because I want people to understand it from the inside. You know, it might be a sport to the rest of the world, but it's a way of life for all these young men that join at 15, and you know, and they know the majority of them ain't gonna make it. You know, it's certainly obvious that majority of them ain't gonna make it. You know, but the work, the dedication, the commitment, stuff like that actually help people, if you listen to the stories and how they live their lives, it helps other people, motivate other people to do better in their daily lives and stuff. So I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's going on, man?
It's
Hit it.
good, JJ.
Yeah. So we were reaching out, to talk to you about the passing of Akebono. If you had any great stories or anything you wanted to share.
One of the hardest things, but I couldn't get out of bed for like 3-4 days.
Wow.
They're like, all these guys are younger than me, and they're like my baby brothers.
Yeah.
And I trained Chad. I trained Chad when he first came, and big brother. Just and I understand the hardship of getting him. His body wasn't made for sumo too. Like he's tall, he's long, he's lanky, but it took a lot of work to learn the style that he did, the body and stuff, and being like 6'7", 6'8", and he got to where he was. It's incredible, you know. Higher than us. It's incredible how he got there, and I remember just working his butt off, and so yeah, it's been kind of sad. Before Chad, we lost another guy named Yamato. He's Chad's classmate from high school. There used to be another Makunuchi division from Hawaii. If you look it up, his name was Yamato. He made it to the top division. So he passed away like 2-3 months ago.
Oh wow.
And then December was Terao, and then shit.
Yeah.
It's just one of my boys. Well, I don't want to talk about it because one of my boys that right now he just collapsed in the hospital a couple of days ago.
No.
So like the punishment that these bodies take are like incredible,
Right.
So yeah, it's been kind of tough for me to see the beginning of the year to start off like this, but and move on. Their names will last forever, and it's carved in all the sumo fans' hearts for many, many years to come.
Yeah, I mean, and he, like, you opened the door for him, and then he to become Yokozuna it's amazing, right?
Well,
he's the foreign too,
I was glad I was at the door when he was there, It came from hard work too, and I think after my decade of sumo, I wrestled with some of the best of our time, and right when we was time to change, he came at the perfect time to be the rivals for Wakataka, which is where probably most of the guys got to follow sumo more. But when I was sumo, we had names like Chiono Fuji and Wakashimazu and Sakahoko. These guys, like, technique wise, they're like crazy. They're like dirty men. Like, the way I look at it is like men that went to work that wanted to freaking kill each other every day, like in practice, But so but when it came to Waka and Taka, they come from background. Their great uncle and their father were background, sumo superior. They came in with not only great sumo, but the technique of the different styles that the two brothers brought. But they had to go to Chad, they had to go to Akebono all the time. And then when Akebono got there, then Sashimoto got there, and that's the problem because we were all from different stables. Those guys was in the same stable, so they had each other for kind of lean on, Yeah, and that's was my problem too, because I was the only guy in my stable trying to kick everybody's ass. Chiono Fuji and Hokutomi, and then they had guys like Takano Fuji. They had all kinds of people, like sectoris in one stable that you had to go through. Like, and then there's like nobody here who can like save my ass. Most of the time, once you lose like 2 matches, you'd be like 13-2. Majority of the time, during my time, you were the usual. Very rare.
Yeah.
It's like Ju Young Choi 14-1, or very rare you're gonna have a 12-13, and and that's how tough the competition was.
Yeah. Did you know Akebono before you went to Japan?
Yeah, they were younger than.
Oh yeah, how they're quite a bit younger. 8 years, 9, 8 years, 10 years younger than you. 7 years. So yeah, you would have
7.
You would have been in high school when they were in middle school, or less. No, in elementary school.
Elementary.
Well, nobody knows anybody from back home. Me and Musashimaru are from the same town, but I know his mom, his parents. That's about it, because of church. But they're young. I left Hawaii in '82. That's why.
You left when you were 18?
Yeah, I left in 1982.
Is that what most Hawaiians did? They came after high school?
Yeah, majority of us came after high school. Chad, I think he went 1 year of college, but he was still like 19, I think. He dropped out of college to come here. Community college to come.
Wow. What got you to go to sumo?
By accident, bro. I had no idea what sumo was. I was just coming to the class. I was at the beach when that happened. Yeah, for real. I was at the beach, and the guy who was very famous, he's what we call WWE today. He was there, and he traveled Japan a lot, and he wrestled with one of Japan's biggest names of wrestling, the guy named Riki Dozan. Riki Dozan is actually an ex-sumo wrestler too. He's the one that made pro wrestling famous worldwide in Japan. And so that one old man from Hawaii, his name is Curtis Tabu Yaokea. Curtis, they used to call him the King. He's the one that he used to like rent boards out, we used to go and body surf and stuff. So he the one kind of put me on the side. He kind of saw me play football and was asking about, hey, are you that number 79 that played for the Wolfpack? I thought, yeah. And he looked at me and he just told me, you should be sumo tori. I thought, what the hell is that? I don't know what sumo was. I don't think anybody, community knew. Only maybe the Nikkei, the Sansei Japanese, but other than that, I never heard of it, never seen it before. So zero knowledge.
I have a photo here that I got from John Jocks. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
He's going to show it up right now.
Oh, that's a photo taken in Sapporo, one of our sumo jingyos. And you can tell the guy in the middle always freaking around, sticking finger. That's because the end of my career. I think it was like maybe my last year of my career already. It's probably doing a summer tour. That we go to Hokkaido.
Was Musashimaru the jokester of the three of you?
He's the clown, bro. We all. He's like the real dirty one. He's the nasty joker.
There's always one in the crew. There's always one.
We stay nasty. We stay nasty. When we talk, it's like our wives don't want to be around us when we talk.
But
we'll probably be in trouble like Trump. We talk nasty. Like men talk.
So like Marines, you do like Marine talk.
I don't know what Marine talks, but they talk from everything to everything and anything. Well, it's fun. It's like joking with each other. That's why, and we're just trying to chop each other up and stuff. So how that goes, getting deeper and deeper.
That's great.
Yeah.
Do you have any funny stories or interesting stories about the three of you, about Akebono, about yourself, about Musashi Maru, or any of the other Hawaiians?
That's all we have is stars. One thing we did a lot is we gathered, even though we were from different stables. I always rented out a club for the boys, all the boys, and then we had about 17 of us, like the Mongolians, the Argentinians. Mongolians, there was like the two early guys that I was the oldest. So guys from Brazil, we all used to go out and used to rent out this one club and just party at Senshiraku and stuff like that. So that was done like every. And the funny thing about it, we couldn't communicate. We only could talk by Japanese because everybody had different language.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Because the Brazilians were speaking Brazilian, you got the Mongolians speaking Mongolian. We only could communicate with Japanese. And then I had the two boys from Samoa, Nankai and Nanfu. They were speaking only Samoan. So we had like the United Nations at the club. So we couldn't speak the same language, and they were funny because everybody used to get drunk and used to swear at each other in Japanese, because no one could communicate in their languages.
Language, yeah.
Yeah, and
so
that's the first thing everybody picks up is the swear words.
Easy, But for us,
and all the language.
For us, we had to learn Japanese anyway because that's just our lifestyle. We had to learn that in those stables. Everybody had to speak Japanese. So,
was it difficult to pick up Japanese?
Well, the world of sumo, you learn fast because you listen a lot.
Right.
And when you join sumo, it's shut up and work. You don't say nothing. You just say height, and until you become some certain rank or some kind of seniority, you finally have a say. But up to then, I guess that makes it easier to learn because you have to listen more than you talk. So, and especially us foreigners, we had to pick up language too. So.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to learn a sport as well as a language as well as a specific culture to Japan. Like, it must have been difficult.
Yeah, well, sumo itself is a whole culture in itself, from its language to its lifestyle, its food, its dressing, So everything about sumo is so unique and so culture driven that's why a lot of people cannot handle sumo.
That's why they last a few years and then they're
sumo,
gone.
Right? Majority of guys don't last at all. There's a lot of kids right now, even now, like they come out of college, they're good enough to be professionals, but they just don't want to deal with the lifestyle. Which is understandable. That's why a lot of them still kind of do amateur, or they do all the festivals in their little villages or the prefectures and stuff.
Yeah.
But so it's still kind of a lot of shit going on with the sumo association. I think they got to wake up and kind of change things around because it's not. It's time changes, And they're not as tough as how it used to be because they don't know how to treat the kids now because now every little thing they can get reported. Like you can't even yell at anybody anymore. So that even makes it harder. My time, you had the bamboo fucking whipping the shit out of you, and you had to just fight through it, And we understood that. So different times, I don't know how they're going to figure that out. But they have to figure it out where just make them sign contracts. Fucking, if you don't make it this much, you have to leave sumo, And this is what we expect you to expect of you in like 2 years or 3 years, something like that. I think because it's too much pressure on the oyakatas. They don't know how to handle, and the way sometimes how they can be as nice as they can, and that's where the relationship between a coach and a student is, you're not friends,
No.
and that's how it seems like going on with guys hitting and bullying, all that. Fucking
Yeah.
bullying was around there for forever. It's still
Yeah.
around here. It's just that they're picking on sumo. And the hard thing about sumo is because sumo we're not branded as all the other sports in Japan or even outside of Japan. So we're like culturally stuck in an association where we're under government eyes more than anything else. So that's why every little thing we do as sumotori, they come and knock on your doors. The whole media and they're the easiest people to hit on because they don't have nothing to lose. If you go hit like a baseball player, he's sponsored by a TV station where they're on, not sumo. NHK is not a sponsor. They don't have sponsorship where it affects any Brits.
Right.
Sumo. That's why it makes it easy for them to pick on us.
Yeah. So that's why the news gets out pretty quickly once it gets out, right? Yeah.
Well, you look at all the every time there's bad news about sumo. Shit, but and they pick on them like there's like no tomorrow.
Yeah, that was one thing that really I never thought about until you said it when we were in Japan, where you're like, these guys are representatives of the country, and as government employees, if they break any rule, like during COVID, like they're in trouble. They're booted. Like I never really thought of that, but it's huge.
Yeah, it's hard because it's not a worse. Think about it. You guys got to think about it. How many grand champions they kicked out? Think about it.
Few,
it's like kicking out Tiger Woods from the PGA, kicking out LeBron from the NBA, kicking out big names in their sports. See, the corporates don't lose shit when we get kicked out.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you look at all the American sports, it's the Western world compared to sumo is just two different worlds.
Right.
It's good and bad. If you as a person, it makes you a better person, makes you a stronger person. You can relate, and your stories are deep when you talk about it because not everybody can do it.
Right.
It's hard work just to be a sumotori. Period. I don't care. Make it or don't make it. Or don't make it.
Yeah, that's a big reason. A lot of
we can last 5 years.
Yeah.
You have accomplish.
Well, yeah, that's a reason why a lot of younger people don't want to do sumo anymore, right? It's just too difficult of a life. They could go to baseball, they could go to soccer, they could go to basketball, right?
Or football. Football is,
American football, yeah.
Yeah, well, you look at it because we have Otani doing good in baseball and having stuff like that. We don't even get paid. It's not even freaking anything close to all these baseball players anyway. But again, people, why do you do it? Well, when you get to a certain point in your career, you feel like you have to prove yourself that you can handle this sport, you can handle this culture, and that's the greatest thing you can get out of this. It's more than the money, or it's not the money because we don't make that much money from it, but the support and the people that respect that we get on the streets. You can be a top baseball player, but you don't get the respect that we get to go to see the emperor, or the emperor to come see us, or we are invited to all this big important that none of these guys get invited.
That's true. Yeah,
and that's the honor of being sumotori, because they look at you differently. The representation of a culture, they're gonna be forever. And money cannot buy that,
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of young people going into sumo, we got one of your friend's son, Kosei Imada. He came in, did sumo, and he participated at the SoCal Open and won gold, which was pretty awesome.
I know. I told him to go do sumo. I told him to go do sumo. He came to because he comes. His father used to be a sumo tori.
Was his father? What was it?
Makunuchi. His father was in a top division too. Akinoshio.
Akinoshio. Okay.
Akinoshio.
Akinoshio.
He used to be
Akinoshu ne. Okay. Akinoshu.
Terao and Sakahoko.
Oh, Sakahoko too. Okay. Akinoshu. 本当だ。Norimitsu.
So his mother is teaching judo right now.
Yeah, he's teaching judo. He's been doing demonstrations in Orange County, and trying to come through. And he's still doing sumo every so often, which is really cool.
Well, he's a good knowledge, and then I think that's the biggest thing you guys, all the amateurs should work on, if they can actually bring like ex sumo wrestlers to act. Because that's why the Europeans are so good in judo and all the other sports, because all the guys, the top karate, the top judo, they all go each, and that's where because everybody knows sumo, so naturally that's why they're better out there.
Right. Yeah, like Ukraine, all of those countries.
Yeah, because they have strong back and all that stuff. Russia, Germany, Hungary, and they have a great pipe that connects them to Japan with all the Budo.
Yep, all the karate and judo and stuff like that. Yep.
Yes, they're really good at that stuff too.
Where today, Konishiki? Where are you today? What stable are you at today?
Musashigawa stable.
Musashigawa,
when I get time, I come to Musashigawa a lot just to help train the boys. Coach.
Anyone we should keep an eye on from Musashigawa that you think
There's
might?
A kid named Tokumasashi Musashi.
Tokuno Musashi.
Yeah, he's gonna probably be number 6, number 7, maybe in his next tournament.
That's what I've been telling people. I've been watching Tokuno Musashi for a while, and I've been wondering when his time will come. Yeah.
Well, he came in with hernia, so as he rehabbed it, and he had a bad case of hernia when he was when 15-16. So he's looking good. This stable, I don't think there's any stable in the whole association can handle Musashigawa's stable practice. This guy's the toughest. Is just not toughest. They train the most, the best. Their boys do so much. Their bodies are so trained and so in shape for sumo because of the exercises they do. In the morning, it's almost like 2 hours, just straight up calisthenics.
Wow.
And you notice their bodies are all like, they train. Like, there's a lot of stables that come train. They don't want to train yet because they can't handle. Wow. Musashima is very strict about that, which we both are. We like to watch, train our boys physically. Physically, they're like really, really like ready. It's not about winning and losing. It's about getting your body prepared when your time comes. Yeah. But these guys every morning we get them ready. Help them because they're less injuries too, because their bodies are always. The only big problem I see now going on with the association, all these freaking guys think they're bodybuilders. They're all getting into weight and shit, and that's not the right way to do it. A lot of these guys getting hurt. No, they're all getting hurt. All these guys getting hurt because they gotta stay to basics. Shiko is the most important exercise. If you don't do that shit, you're gonna get busted up. And then you got 90 matches a year, bro. Your body has to be ready, breaking for sumo. And there's only one way for sumo style is sumo practices. All these guys trying to weight lift and shit. You know, that's weightlifting. There's only certain exercises that sumo wrestlers should do to improve their strength, which is most deadlifts and clean and jerks. They don't need to squat because their legs are already strong. You know, stuff like that, and maybe shoulders because they need to eat to hit because of hitting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But again, you know, shit, they all trying to look good instead of be good. So what the hell?
Get those traps on traps on traps.
Right here. Right here, big traps.
Trap, you get your ass. You trap for nothing, getting your ass kicked. What the hell? What the trap for? Go trap yourself. There's no definition.
All right, so well before we let you go, Ozeki, do you have anything, JJ? JJ Ozeki, JJ is you are his like hero. You're his like retired athlete hero.
I'm a fan of your post. Like once you retired, you're like, I'm gonna do music. I'm gonna make barbecue. Your style's on point. Like it's one of those things. Like I'm a fan of what retired athletes do afterwards, right? A lot going to crypto and weird shit, but you were like, I'm gonna do some art shit, right? And I think that that's rad.
You know, I'm very blessed to do the shit I do, and my mind is just different from everybody. I just and well, the reason why I did do all the other stuff is just because I didn't want to get caught up in the world of sumo. Even though I like it, I like to coach, and that's why I still have the opportunity to go around and coach you guys. But I wanted to expand sumo in a different way.
Right.
I should be announcing something really special. I've been approached. I'm probably when I come to the US for this next tour in June, I'll be able to announce something. It's huge.
Ooh.
It's huge. Like it's one of my dreams.
Oh, okay. We'll be looking forward to hearing it. Yeah. Ooh.
And
This is beautiful.
One of my dreams to expand, and I'm just trying to use sumo and sushi to educate people for what it is, so they understand. We don't need another like yelling matches, kind of kakutogi, you know, and mixed martial arts. You have all that people talking shit about each other, and you guys gotta understand the respect we have in sumo. It's the uniqueness that makes this sport so unique. The bowing,
Right.
you know, and you know, it's everything about being grateful for the opportunity, and it's something that I want to hold on and, you know, preserve throughout the world through sumo. And you can be tough and be humble at the same time. You don't have to freaking be tough and like, hey, fuck you guys, I'm the man, you know, man, I made millions of dollars, all that shit, you know. To me, you have enough of that in the world. People are looking for something, for different stroke of things now, you know. So I think sumo brings that, the sumo lifestyle, the culture itself. It's hard, but it's a challenge. It's a great challenge for a lot of people who are still stuck in the Western crazy world that everybody try to brand himself like, you know. And so I was just talking to one film director yesterday. Everything you do in the U.S. is about branding. After you do a football, you make a move where all the kids can catch on, and then they buy that.
Yeah.
Because they don't care about the touchdown; they care about the celebration after that. You know.
Yeah.
But we don't need that. The sport itself is pure. The respect we have for each other is already good for what the world needs today, you know. And then you're going to see guys. I always tell people, MMA came in yesterday. Sumo has been around forever, see, and people think it's. I explain. You guys think it's just big guys. Sumo is MMA. We're the only contact sport in the world that there's no weight class. And I explained to them why, because there's 80 different something techniques that majority of only JJ can use. I cannot use. And that's the advantage of a small guy taking advantage of a big guy. And that's where Aikido and Jiu-Jitsu and all those things come, judo. That's all sumo. We're the modern day samurais. Yeah. So people have this different because the way they put it on on media is like just big guys, and some of these guys who representing sumo that way all over. It's good to know that you all like to get involved with sumo, but at the same time, I need to protect that part, you know. And
Yeah.
I think that's my duty as an ex sumo tori. I was very fortunate enough to be a sumo tori and understood and even understand even more as I live there for 43 years and love Japan the way I love it, and I love the sport and the culture. And I think it's my duty when I'm still around to kind of spread it while you can around the world. You know? So.
And hopefully for a long time you'll be around so you can spread it even more. We hope so.
Well, maybe 10 years. 10 years. Don't leave that now. AJ to push me around here on wheelchair, I swear. Yeah, but that's
I have one more question. It's so I fell in love when I was a kid with like Grand Sumo, right? Sumo. That's what I first saw. I saw all the Hawaiians during the ESPN era, right? When they were putting it on. That's how I got introduced. And then I started doing amateur sumo, and I'm like, I like this too. It's different, but I like it, right? With like the Eastern Europeans and the what weight classes. But as of recently, there's this new series ran by Neil Goldman or something like that.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. It feels like power slap of sumo.
WCS or something like that.
Yes.
Well,
you World Championships.
You have two guys. I saw that.
Osuna Arashi, yeah. Yep. Both of them got kicked out of sumo,
Yeah.
Well, Goldsman's been approaching me since 20-something years ago. And I've been cutting his line because I tell him, I don't know how much you know about sumo, but you just cannot hire me to do what you want with sumo. We're not going to do it right away, ain't doing it at all. So even the same thing I'm doing right now, I told the promoters, you can be promoter all you like, but if I'm being involved, it has to be right.
That's right.
So, and they didn't believe it. If you do it right, there's enough knowledge and culture in what I can bring that people's going to love. And look, it's working so well now. And because people are getting educated and entertained at the same time. Because it's a very rare kind of thing. They hear about it, they see about it, but when you see it and learn about it and have fun watching all these big guys going into splits and kicking their legs in the air and flipping and flopping all over the place with that balance and agility, that ability to move at that weight and doing it for an hour and 40 minutes while you bring a regular person, just hit a sumo tori for 5 seconds, they're like dying already. So that's what it's all about, and I know you was gonna say that thing because there's nothing you can do about it. You just gotta watch it and see. And I pay attention to all the amateur stuff. That's why I follow everybody who has an amateur team. I always click like and just watch them because I'm more excited about them being interested. Because you cannot learn overnight, but I love where they're gonna have to find ways to even learn more, right? So if you have the internet, if they can copycat even better, they're just gonna get better. That's why nothing negative about any of the sumo because it's sumo. At the same time, and that's their interest is because they like to do sumo. So my thing is to just tag along. And there's a lot of guys from all over. They inbox me, ask questions about how should I do this technique. I answer everybody. And I've done a few podcasts of sumo with other guys that do sumo. If the time is right, I work it out. But to me, I'm just happy that there's interest because at the end of the day, once the interest there, and the things that I'm putting together right now to kind of work towards something even greater, it's going to help because then you have everybody interested in sumo. I always can always check, and it's even in like Peru and Argentina and Brazil, it's huge because they have a huge Sunset community there.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
Mhm.
huge. They love, they love Japanese
They
culture.
love
So
love it.
yeah, so looking
Well-
forward to stuff like that.
We are too. Thank you today. Thank you for today, Konishiki. We had a blast
Yeah,
listening to all your stories and hear you talking. Maybe and we could do another one in the future sometime again if you're willing to.
Yeah, the time is right. We can do it right. It'd be easier if I do it in the US. I'm gonna be on the
that's
road
true.
for like 6-7 weeks. We're actually doing
Wow.
doing 10 shows in New York
Wow.
already. The
Oh
weekend.
wow, 10 shows in New York.
Yeah.
Wow.
What cities are you hitting on your West Coast or on
You know,
your
all those shows are
United
getting
States?
sold out.
Yeah.
DC, and then we go to Nashville.
Nashville. Okay. Thanks.
Nashville,
So
nice.
the last city they still wait, probably Chicago or Atlanta. One of those guys. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Chicago.
Nice.
Chicago. Okay.
You know what's funny is every
Putting the love,
location has a sumo club, so like we will be there.
No, I know that.
Well, thank you very much, Konishiki.
yeah,
we won't. Sorry.
Maybe
continue. Yeah.
we can do a sumo clinic.
Ooh.
Stay in touch because I think we can do a day or two if they're all willing to come to Nashville, because we have the weekend for I think 4th of July weekend. We off that weekend, so and we probably spend our time in Tennessee and stuff. So might be a good idea if whoever interested. If you guys,
we will
just
let
put some-
the Nashville. We have a Tennessee
because
club,
if
so
they
we will let the guy know. Yeah.
Yeah,
if they
for
can
sure,
bring, like,
for sure. Let's do
all the
something.
all over to come in just for that one couple days, you know, then I can actually get the boys to come out and coach and train and stuff like that.
Oh yes, we will hit everybody up, and then we will get back to you as soon as possible, if that's possible. Thank you so much.
Take care, guys.
Thank you.